Imagine giving a machine a paintbrush and asking it to become Picasso, not to copy, but to original, bold, mind-bending art in the spirit of a master who changed art forever. Sounds like madness, right? Or maybe it's the start of something magical. Because today we're exploring a creative idea that blurs the line between imagination and innovation. Can artificial intelligence ever truly become an artist? Or is it destined to mimic rather than create? Let's find out. Let's start at the core of this question. What does it mean to paint like Picasso? Pablo Picasso wasn't just a painter, he was a rule breaker, a visual philosopher. He distorted faces, shattered perspective, and played with color and space like nobody before him. His work had emotion, chaos, sadness, joy, defiance, all tangled together on canvas. So when we talk about teaching AI to paint like Picasso, we're really asking, can it grasp of his mind? Could it generate something that feels? To imagine this, we look at what current AI tools are already capable of. There are powerful image generation models trained on thousands of artworks. They analyze patterns, styles, textures, and they can synthesize images that resemble famous styles. We didn't run a lab experiment or train our own model, but we dove into the possibilities. How might we guide an AI into channeling Picasso's cubism, his blue period, his surrealist chaos? We could use creative prompts. Describe emotion, structure, light, tension, mix technical cues with abstract vibes, and if we did, what might it paint? Some of the AI-generated art we've seen online feels eerily convincing. Bold, emotional, and yes, beautiful. Other times it's a mess, dreamlike chaos, data mashed into shape. But when it works, it feels like a glimpse into something unexpected, a strange mirror of human creativity. And it raises questions. If you look at an AI-generated painting and it moves you, does it matter who made it? That's where things get interesting. Some say AI can never make real art, that it's all just pattern matching with no story, no soul, no emotion. Others believe art is about the reaction. If it stirs thought, feeling, or wonder, does it matter where it came from? Let's think about real artists using AI today. Some use it to sketch ideas. Others use it to remix their own work in new styles. It's not replacing them, it's expanding what's possible. AI becomes more like a collaborator, a creative assistant that sees things differently. Here's another layer to consider. When photography was invented, people feared it would kill painting. When digital music rose, some said it wasn't real without analog instruments. Now we know those were just new tools, new brushes. Maybe AI is the next one, not to replace artists, but to challenge what we mean by creativity. Because even if AI makes something new, it still needs a human to ask the question, shape the prompt, set the goal. The human is still the director, still the soul behind the story. We're not just talking about visual art here either. There's AI music, AI poetry, even AI-generated video game levels and fashion designs. And in all those fields, the same question keeps popping up. Is this just automation or is it so? Is it madness or magic? Maybe both. And maybe that's the exciting part. We're at the very beginning of something new. A shift in how we define imagination, authorship, and even expression itself. And yes, there are ethical questions too. Who owns the art an AI creates? What happens if it copies too closely? What happens if people start using AI to mass-produce knockoffs of original work? The road ahead is complicated but full of opportunity, because like any tool, AI is only as powerful or as dangerous as the person holding it. And since you're still here, let's go a little deeper, because this conversation isn't just about AI making art, it's about how, as humans respond to that shift, art has always reflected the soul of its time. The Renaissance gave us idealism, modernism gave us rebellion. And now, maybe this new era, the AI age, gives us reflection. Reflection not just of what's possible with code, but of what we about creativity itself. If a painting stirs emotion, joy, curiosity, even discomfort, does it matter if it was made by brush or by algorithm? This also raises big questions for artists today. Will artificial intelligence become a threat or a tool? Can we imagine artists working AI like composers working with orchestras, or directors with actors? And what about the future? What will galleries look like in 10 years? Will they show AI-created work side by side with human masterpieces? Will we even who made what? Or does it even matter anymore? These aren't just tech questions, they're human questions, and they're worth asking. Because if we let technology help us explore what it means to create, not replace it but expand it, then maybe, just maybe, we're witnessing the birth of a new kind of artist. One that's not just driven by code, but guided by curiosity. What do you think? Is AI-generated art the next great leap for human creativity? Or just an impressive illusion? Drop your thoughts in the comments, we'd love to hear them. And hey, if you enjoyed this creative exploration, give the video a like and subscribe for more journeys into art, tech, and imagination. We've got more madness, more magic, and a whole lot more questions coming soon. And before we wrap up, here's one last thought. What if the next great artist isn't a person, but a partnership? Imagine exhibitions co-created by humans and AI, where emotion meets precision, where chaos meets control, where creativity becomes a collaboration, not just between minds, but between species. We've never had tools like these before. We're not just pushing pixels or training data. We're shaping the future of expression. And maybe the question isn't whether AI can make art, but whether we're ready to see the beauty it creates, and to ask deeper questions about what that beauty says about. Because in the end, art has always been a mirror. Now maybe we're just looking into a smarter one.